Hey Libra, today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Libra. There we go. The Spirit has been speaking extremely fast to me this morning with the readings so far. So forgiving and learning. Okay, Libra. I think this separation with your person, or this break, or this fight, whatever it is, I know you want to put it to bed. I know you want resolution. I think there's a lot of thinking here on both ends. There is a desire to start over. Someone here struggles with, as always, insecurities in everyone. Triggers happen in connections, and here you have forgiving and learning. And as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. And that's exactly, I feel like, a lot of the times issues like this happen because no one knows how to be in the present moment, meaning not take what we have for granted. And so we live so much in the past and the future versus understanding what's happening in the moment. And I feel this could be the conflict within your connection. And here we have true love. Because you guys, I do feel you genuinely love, religious factor, wow, and flirt. So this is about extending lighthearted. So this change, right? It's almost like you got to find a lighthearted approach to each other. I think whatever happened is bringing about change. There's a reason why conflict happens, is so things can resurface in terms of our internal issues, so we can talk about them, so we can deal with them, so we can come to our senses about them. So they just come to the light and we understand. Sometimes what we realize, it's a pattern we have with other connections too. So if it's one of those things where we're saying, you know what, this complaint, my other person also complained about, well, guess what? If there is an also here, then therefore you're the only common denominator, or we. I'm not saying you. This is not about taking things personal here, Libra, either. I wouldn't think that you guys would anyways. You guys are the most balanced signs anyway. So you understand what I'm saying. We just make things about ourselves versus seeing the truth of the matter here. So let's see what we've got in this guidance. I think you guys will talk, and resolve. Okay, oof, so many energies. Fulfillment of wishes. And I think this is where you both want to kind of heal the situation. Yeah, harmony. Lovers, you both want to heal the situation here. Solar plexus. This is important to heal here. This is about our happiness. This solar plexus, to me, this is Empress energy. I always connect it with Empress. This is about the meaning of life. When our solar plexus is affected, right? When we have pain, this is what I'm saying, there's pain here. That means our drive to life is affected here. It was 333 when I said that, so there's truth. Here goes another 3, heartache and loss, 3 of swords. I do feel there's a healing that needs to take place. Yep, it's part of the shadow here, the star, and of course, here goes your Fool, new beginning. So the star here is healing. Shadow needs to be healed. Star needs to heal the shadow in order for this to really work itself out. So let's get into this. Give me more of this harmony. Why the 6 of Cups? I mean, the Lovers. Give me more of the Lovers. So 3 of Pentacles. Definitely needing to work things out. I think, to me, this feels more about how you both showcase your love. This is, 3 of Pentacles is working. It's how we showcase something, right? And I feel this is kind of like the language of love, how we show someone on the outside how we love them through actions. And I think this is where there's a King of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with another air sign. There could be a level of detachment. You're a Libra. Maybe you're showing some air qualities when you get triggered, and so you create distance. Give me more of the solar plexus. We've got 3 of Cups, another 3. So definitely this, wow, and 3 of Swords in the bottom. So What did I just pull? Page of Cups. So there's definitely a self-esteem issue here. And like I said, 3 represents the Empress. When the Empress is in reverse, those are insecurities. We've got 3, 3, 3, 3 everywhere here. And I do feel this person, someone here, I'm just going to say someone here has doesn't have the best way to communicate their emotions. I feel their response and reaction emotionally is out of the low self-esteem. Okay, Spirit, wow. Yeah, 10 of Wands, death. So this to me feels very fearful. I think this person knows it needs to change. Someone here needs to change this. So if I have a cross watcher here, Ace of Cups, self-love needs to exist here. To me, this is screaming insecurities. We have to first, in order to have a healthy relationship and for this to work out, right, to have true love, wow, what's in the bottom is codependency and children. So this screams childhood wounds, things that they're trigger wounds here. And someone that has nothing to do with our person. Our person's not responsible for our healing. So if we have things that kind of trigger us, we need to figure that out internally, because then our relationships are affected. We need to find a more lighthearted approach. We need to, you know, kind of get an understanding of who we are. So give me more of this 3 of Swords. Yeah, World. This needs to come to end and see it for what it is. If you want Ace of Wands, if this connection is going to work out. You know, because I think there is what I'm seeing is a travel. Someone needs to travel through their pain. And that's when there's an avoidance of walking. You have to walk through the process of pain, like through the process of heartache. You have to walk through it. And someone, to me, with the World, it's like you got to walk through it in order to really reignite your soul, Ace of Wands, your passions, and really have a genuine new beginning here. So what's the shadow here? Clearly we see what the shadow is. Yeah, 4 of Swords with the 7 of Swords. Shadow energy, guys. I mean, Libra, someone here has to really think about things and how they're masking and running away or creating more conflict. You guys will talk. You might get a text message, you know, but this is like a solid exchange. It may not be fully, because it's not a king. It's why I'm like, here we have the High Priestess. I think they're gonna come in with like an undertone. Again, there are issues here. I'm going to pull in some of these shadow cards. So let's see. This may not resonate for everyone, Spirit. What are the shadows of this person? What's going on with the shadows? Okay, Spirit, thank you. Inconsistent. Think about if your thoughts, actions, and routines are inconsistent. Does it serve you well on a daily basis? This could be, this is, to me, inconsistent. Is this person, this is why I was like stuck on this 9 of Pentacles energy. Because for some of them, this person is not genuinely being themselves. So this 9 of Pentacles feels like an inconsistent energy where it's, I gotta call it for what it is. It sometimes can come across as not genuine, like fake, you know, like it lacks there we go, lacks authenticity. So the actions and the thoughts feel inconsistent because there really isn't authenticity. And it has to do with the insecurities. Then we have selfish. You are wrapped in your own desires. Try looking at and caring about the needs of others. Yeah. So this is where I said some people, some of them are kind of selfish and they mask things to be better than others. So be mindful of maybe those shadow aspects of this person, because these are, again, guys, we are looking at shadows. So don't take it personally. These are just shadows. We all have them. Let's see. This card is more about solutions and our own triggers too. What do we got? Even though I am wrong, I struggle to apologize. Yeah, so definitely an ego thing here. And I display codependent behaviors when I have feelings of low self-worth. There we go. That's what I was saying. There's codependency. This person has more of an insecurity issue. So they'll mask it. This is what creates conflict. They need to learn how to be more authentic. Right, so what's the blockages here, Spirit, for Libra? Yeah, beliefs. Your beliefs are keeping you stuck. And that's a pattern. You know, when we think that things need to be a certain way, we can get very attached. Again, there's codependency to beliefs, you know, and that's another form of codependency where we were raised a certain way, or we saw something, or there is a preservation of a belief system because it gives us control. And when someone has low self-worth or insecurities that they have to resolve, then they can get very stuck and firm about their way of being, but it's also keeping them bondage to you know, not progressing, not really allowing flexibility in life. Wow, we've got soul connections. You have met a person who you feel a deep connection with. This could be a soulmate, karmic soul, or even your twin flame. You are destined to meet so you can learn life lessons from each other. This is not always easy, but it will be worth it. Treasure these people because they are rare. Yeah, you know, I feel that. I feel like this part just needs to be resolved internally. I think one of you is more understanding, and I think Aquarius, you know, you're the one of the mature signs of most zodiacs, right? I'm sorry, Libra, you're also one of the mature signs of most zodiac, where you bring balance to people. So you are here probably to balance some lessons too. And then here, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. The highest vibration in the universe is love. Open your heart and let love in. Only then will you attract it back to you. And this card to me always represents Empress energy, because Empress holds the highest vibration of the universe, which is love. So clearly there's a healing within the heart that needs to take place. I think this connection has triggered a lot of these threes, which is showing up for this person to really become more authentic to themselves. Let's pull one more guidance. Ooh, okay. That was interesting. Celebration. There are wonderful times ahead. To see the light at the end of the tunnel is a sight worth celebrating. Take note on how it shines on you. So things will resolve themselves is what I'm seeing. You guys will have cause, you know, to see and put this kind of behind you. And maybe even, I feel like an understanding. I feel like conversation. This person putting an end and finally facing their issues, and because they want to embrace new life, a new drive, you know, in life, and obviously to embrace this connection as well, because of there's something that you bring out, your soul connection, there's something that you bring out of them, right? This triggers a genuine connection will trigger for them to become more genuine. So Libra, this is what I have for you. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe.